Here he's clearly talking about the tribe, but it's interesting that it was called Gad, which is also what they call the Almighty in English nowadays. And remember that Gad, just so you see, 19. Look here, Gad. TCH, ah. Gimel, Dalet, that's Gad. It's like the G and the D are written like this, G, D, and you already understand that it's Gad. It's clear, and where am I going with this? Remember that in the original Hebrew language, vowels weren't necessary, and in fact, in the original the languages that came after that one, they weren't needed either. It was only later on that vowels started being added, when everything started to get more complicated and confusing. Actually, I'm not sure if you've seen this, because it became pretty popular. If you take any paragraph and remove all the vowels, you can still read it because the brain is able to understand each word even without the vowels. And that shows that originally that's how the language or the writing was. The dots you see there, those are the vowels that were added later by the Pharisees, the Masoretes. Okay, so it says Gad there, so if you talk to someone in English and explain this, if they say, no, but it's with an O not an A, like it says there. There's neither an O nor an A there, it's just G, D. And it's interesting, you've seen how there are people who try to. Well, when someone is trying to get away from falsehood but hasn't understood some things, when they write Gad or God, they remove the O and put a dash, like, to try not to mix it up with the false ones, but they don't realize they're still using the same term. Well, it happens most often in English, where they write Gad and remove the O and put a dash, but right there they're showing that the root is G, D, and anyone who sees G, D understands it's Gad. Okay. And as you already know, in Isaiah 65, Yahweh makes a very strong complaint. He's not talking about the tribe. The tribe was named that because the mother felt fortunate to have him, and Gad means fortune. That's why on the $1 bill it says they trust in Gad, right? And it's green like reptiles. And it has the eye of Lucifer above the Egyptian pyramid. So everywhere you look, you can see who's who there, Gad. And Isaiah 11 says, but you who forsake Yahweh, who forget my holy mountain, who set a table for fortune. In verse 11 it says here, for Gad. Do you see it? Gimel, Dalet, exactly the same. So, a god of fortune, and that is Lucifer, where luck comes from. That's why it's luck, L-U-C-K.